Hello. As you can guess from the title and how I'm dressed, we are going to be doing the Spartan day. We're going to spend the entire day as ancient Spartan would. Now, obviously, I live in London and not Greece, which is sad for one, but also means I can't be 100% accurate. And also, there's just things that I legally can't do. For example, a lot of the Spartan day would be spent in, warfare and, killing helots. I can't really do that. But I'm going to make up for it. We're going to be exercising like a Spartan. We're going to be eating like a Spartan. And we're going to do some challenges exactly like a Spartan would. But today will be a day not really of fun. It'll be a day of discipline because that's what the Spartans were all about. They were just cared about getting stuff done to be as disciplined as possible so that they could be as strong as possible for their war. The most important thing for today, though, is to spend as little time in the form of pleasure as possible, i.e. the food, the exercise, and all of that is not going to be exactly very fun, at least to do. Hopefully it'll be fun to watch. But we're going to get it done anyway, because it's a Spartan day today. Let me get my fucking cape back in order.
Okay, so we're up. It is not sunrise as I wanted to have it, but the Spartans woke up early. And it's 7 o'clock already. Just to prove, Alexa, what time is it? Or not. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:07 a.m.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to go get started with the video now.
Alright, so I waited for it to get a little bit light outside before actually going out. The first thing we're going to do is just do a little bit of exercise just to warm up the day. From what I saw, Spartan boys and those in the army, they worked out before having their morning meals. And I'm guessing it wasn't anything too intense, but the Spartans were all about discipline. So that means we're just going to do something like maybe some squats, push-ups, just something to get the blood pumping. And we are here. So, as I said, we're not going to do anything too crazy because the main workout is going to be a little bit later. What I'm going to be doing is just calisthenics, maybe just like literally 5-10 minutes just to get the blood pumping. So, as I'm working out in the morning, let me just explain a little bit more about what Spartan life was like. So, as boys about age 7, Spartan boys entered the agoge. And from that moment on, they were just basically in the military, essentially. They were taught discipline, endurance, and strength training. And what they'd be doing, essentially, would be foraging for themselves, living communally, training to learn the phalanx formation. And as they became teenagers, they became paidoskoi. And at that point, everything just heightens. They'd be doing even more training and putting their bodies through even the worst bit of discipline. Then, when they're hebontes, essentially teenagers that are at the cusp of becoming actual military soldiers, in order to become a hebonte, or however it's pronounced, what their trial must include is something that you'll see later on, as well as killing a helot, which would basically be a slave in Sparta. However, I'm obviously not going to do that. Obviously. Anyway, after finishing that, I rested at home for a bit, ate my breakfast, and then about 2 hours later, I went straight back to the gym. Okay, and I'm back in my home gym. This is what I'm going to do before I go on a run. I just wanted to do something that I can't really replicate in the modern day anyway, in terms of training. And that is phalanx training. The Spartans, for example, in Thermopylae, the famous 300, their formations would basically have a shield here and, spear. There's a barbell. Don't mind it. And the whole point is to have a circular division of equally well-trained soldiers guarding everybody else's back. Obviously, I don't know how to do that. And now, obviously, you can't really replicate that in the 21st century, especially not with fucking barbell, but I want to see what you do. Hang on. Hang on. Imagine, from what I could see, the spear would be here, and they basically just thrust it over and over. That is a lot harder than it looks. Okay. Well, it's a good try, but I'm gonna go back to running now. Yeah. So that spear thrusting thing could have been a lot better, but oh well. Anyway, we're gonna go to running now, as I think it's important to do something that's, outside in terms of exercise for this day. I will say it is raining though, but I wish I was in Greece. That's all I can say. Anyway, we're gonna get this done, and I should really be doing this barefoot, since apparently is that something Spartans did? I'm not doing that. Okay, so we're here, and I have cooked this. I don't know. I don't want to eat it. This is melas zomos, or the black broth. It is what the Spartans, ate, and it is notoriously disgusting. Other Greeks would say that the Spartan food is why they're such good warriors, because only the toughest of warriors could withstand eating this. This is looking horrible. The base ingredients are just pork, vinegar, and pig's blood. So, no seasoning. The only things I added were salt and onions, and because I can't get pig's blood anywhere, I had to use black pudding, but I'm gonna throw up. So, down the hatch, I guess. Oh. Very vinegary. Let me try some of the meat, I suppose. I used pork ribs, so I can't just swallow the meat. I mean, I'm making faces, but it's actually not that bad. It's not like it's inedible. Could use some seasoning, but it is. I just don't like vinegar, so this is really difficult for me to eat. Oh god, and that's the only thing you can taste as well. Oh, I'm gonna chug as much of this as I can because I'm not gonna be able to eat all of this. I'm sorry. Oh fuck me. No, this is fucking disgusting. Never mind. So I mean, this is technically good protein because it's just pork and pig's blood. Oh god. I hate Sparta, man. Okay, so I'm gonna eat as much of this as I can, which is that much. This is how much I ate. Clearly I ate it all. And yeah, so we've got one last thing to do today. And also, you may be wondering why I'm wearing a different pair of clothes. Well, I showered because I worked out, and yeah, that's what you shower. However, Spartans did not. When they were training, as teenagers, from ages 7 to adulthood, basically, they would hardly take any showers and be given one pair of clothes to last them the entirety of their training. So basically multiple years, maybe even a decade. I showered, so I'm not a true Spartan. But I didn't hear about anything from Stoicism about not being able to shower. Anyway, we've got one last thing to do, the cheese ritual. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go downstairs and go wrestle my friend. After digesting this, I really want to puke. I'm not joking. And yeah, god damn, this is terrible. God damn, that was so bad. Holy fuck. Anyway, it has been done. I've eaten some of it. I'm gonna go eat real food now. Okay, and the last thing we're gonna do for the Spartan Day is we're going to do what is called the cheese ritual. Now, back in ancient Sparta, to become a man and not to be a boy anymore, you had to basically get around all these gigantic table of Spartan men and try and grab cheese from them. there'd be loads of boys doing this, and all the men would usually have like something like whips or something to stop them from getting there. But as soon as you grab the cheese, from that moment on, you're a warrior, you're a man, you're not a boy anymore. Now, I don't have a lot of people to do this with. I'm not a boy, I think. And I'm not going to give anyone weapons to stop me from getting it because I don't want to do that. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we have some cheese string that we're just going to try and grab anyway. And if I get that, then I'm officially a Spartan. So yeah, let's get into it. Come in a group, my boy. Try to lift me up. Ooh. I got it. I win. And now I'm a Spartan. Tried his best, did not succeed. And with that, after enjoying my cheese, I've officially become a Spartan. Hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to tune in for the next one. See ya.